Welcome to another episode, everyone. OG Percy, a 6'7" blood member, pressed OG Percy in prison. OG Percy has did many years behind bars. He's done many years in prison. And he says this 6'7" blood member came up to him for no reason and tried to press him. And what did he do? Because this sort of thing happens in prison. You have to get down for your crown or you are in trouble. Let's get into it. What did OG Percy do when this blood member, this 6'7" brick house, OG Percy said he was built like a Harlem brick house, approached him and tried to press him for no reason?
In our last interview, you said that
Let's go.
Everybody's scared in prison.
Everybody.
You said everybody's scared in prison because anybody could get it. Everybody's tough. That's what you told me, right?
It depends on what. Keep going.
So when is it okay to be scared and not scared?
Okay, now, I don't know what's going on with that haircut. I have no idea what this is, bro. Just for the record, I don't know what's going on with Percy here. What's going on, bro? Wow. All right.
It's scared. It's time to be scared when it's time to live. It ain't never no time to be scared when it's time to get down. It's always, see, one thing about, you never lose a fight. The only way, you know how you lose fights is when you don't fight.
Mm-hmm.
Hello? The only way you lose a fight is when you don't fight. I'm not there because I'm the toughest nigga, but I'm a gladiator at this time. I'm still a young guy. At this time, I ain't number like 27 years old. You understand me? I'm built like a goddamn a brick house out of Harlem. You understand me? I ain't trying to be tough, and my attitude is I'm mentally disturbed when it comes, because I'm really on street time and not.
Okay, my bad. Percy said he was built like a brick house out of Harlem. 27 years old, built like a brick house at this time when the 6'7" blood member approaches him for no reason. Thinking he had a victim, apparently. Thinking OG Percy is young, 27 years old. I'm 6'7". Let me get up on this dude. Okay.
Prison time. Let me tell y'all something about this right here. Prison and where I was at is two different things. Please say, make it what? Make it make sense. Make it make sense? I was in a state jail facility. State jail and prison is two different things, but they doing the same time. Why? State jail, you know when you're going home. Prison time, shit, you gotta make parole. They don't tell you when you're going home. Let me tell you what's good about state jail. I don't give a fuck what you doing there. The day you supposed to go home, guess what, son? That's the day you going home. I don't give a fuck what you do. Bust that nigga head open to the white meat. Guess what? You going home tomorrow. If your due date tomorrow, you fuck what you do today. Stab him, kill him. Guess what? If they don't find that, guess what? You gonna be on that bus tomorrow. Let me tell y'all something about state jail that people don't never tell y'all about prison. State jail is where all the action is. State jail is the most dangerous place in prison. Why? Because niggas in prison trying to make parole. Niggas in state jail know when they going home. They don't give a fuck. They gonna jump it off. And that's where I was at. I was in a place where I'm gonna go home no matter how many fights I have, no matter how many cases I catch. I'm going home on my due date. You hear what I'm saying? And that's what I was on, a state jail facility. It got so bad on this facility right here, Mr. Sean, that tell from CRIP, I instigated a riot against the whites and the blacks. I fought so hard, man. Every time a lightning bolt or anything came up to me, I get into it. Tell them, I'm in the shower one time. I'm taking a shower, washing my ass off. You know what I'm saying? I looked up and I seen a white buster. What you looking at? So I know, I'm like, man, I said, get your eyes off of me. Nigga, son, I had to turn around. Yeah, I know that's how real it is. I said, what you looking at? But he's staring at me while I'm washing my ass in the shower. So I said, look out, white boy, get your eyes off me. See, he dropped his head. No, he went back to doing something. I said, man, I know you want to sit there staring at me while I'm washing my ass in the shower. And he looking again. You know what? Flip-flops and all. Shower down with soap on. I come across that joke with ass naked. Everybody looking like, where dude's going? With my shit out. And I take off on him while he on the bunk. Bap, 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 bap. I go to whooping him while he on the top bunk. He curl up. I said, like I said, get your eyes off me, bitch, while I'm in the shower. I go back and I get to washing the soap off my ass, and goddamn it, wasn't even 10, 15 minutes like, all the guards come running in. Y'all rack it up, everybody get on your bunks. Oh shit. Knew I was in trouble. Damn, who was Demerson? I don't want to keep saying something on my nose. I didn't think
No,
I
you good, you good.
Say, who was Demerson? I say, they said, come here. Yeah, son, I done seen some.
I believe OG Percy is from Texas. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I don't know how the jail systems work in these different states. In California, if you jump out of the shower naked or in any situation and attack another race, it's going to go up, as we would call it, immediately. It's going to go live. It's going to be a riot immediately. You can't attack an individual from another race. And that's just going to be it. It's going to be a head-up fight just between you two. That can never and will never happen. Anyone from any race that attacks anyone from any other race, both of those races are going to clash immediately.
Prison guards, these weren't no ordinary prison guard. Man, when I see these white boys' hands about the size of yours, ain't that one put together? These are what you call rednecks. These are what you call overseers. These are the guards you don't see, and I'm looking, one name Golf and one name was Creason. Shout out to Golf, Lieutenant Golf, and shout out to Sergeant Creason. I'm gonna keep names real. And when I say these names, gonna spook a whole bunch of people because they remember who I'm talking about. And Golf and Creason was two of the most active members on the unit when I'm talking about the violence. And they looked out for their white boys. They looked out for their kind. Yeah, they looked out for their kind. Don't touch our kind down here. They got rank on their side. They got laws they look out for them. But son, he said, Demerson, you Demerson? He said, yeah. He said, do me a favor, take that shirt off. I said, oh shit, yes sir. Took my shirt off. He then handed it to me, threw it on, said, give me your breeches. Damn, what you want my pants for? I take my pants off. He said, now give me your boxers. I said, here, man. I'm at, he said, now go down there and touch that TV. I walked down there to the TV and I came back. You know what he told me when I got back, Sean? He said, now I'm sitting here watching your ass do something to me. Now, you know what time it is, don't you, Sean? It's chess time. Remember the chess game from the beginning. It's time to play chess. Now, do I click or do I play chess? I play chess right now. Because when I'm looking at that white boy I'm talking to, it's three more of him just like him behind him. And he waiting for me to say something out of bounds. Oh, they got a bad white boy when they told her I hit him one in the shower. That word carried quick. He put my pants off and he said, now, go on about your business. Don't keep your hand off my people down here. I said, all right then. That was close. When he was 2 days later, he came back and got me and said, Demerson, I got to take you to lockup. You say you threatened. They locked me up for saying that I threatened God. I'm studying fighting. I'm studying clocking. I get into it with a white boy named Troy Lynn. Shout out to Troy Lynn, Aaron brotherhood named Troy Lynn. We decided to set up a ride, and a good place to get the ride off would be at church Sunday. In the church house with everybody in there. You can't beat that. Now, I'm good at what I do. It's going to be a good one right here. I'm going to jump through. Who ain't going, they going to let everybody go to church, but they don't know we going for the wrong reason this time. I'm sorry, God, but I'm sorry. It was so cold, they had an old saxophone. Shout out to this old saxophone player that everybody may know. You can look him up. His name was Bernard Johnson. Bernard Johnson, he played the saxophone for the world, and he was a good artist. And he was coming to visit the prison unit that Sunday, and he was gonna be there playing the saxophone. But guess what? I didn't give a fuck about no saxophone or nothing. We finna make our own music. And guess what? All them white boys showed up, and all them black boys showed up, and the goddamn saxophone player did too. He over there playing his saxophone, doing it. I was like, man, fuck this. I'm looking around like, when we gonna do? Man, for some reason out of nowhere, the Ninja Turtles ran in this motherfucker. They came in with the shields and everything. I said, who the fuck told the Ninja Turtles? They shut it down before it got started. They shut it down. They caught on. They got a whiff. They said the church was overcapacitated. There was too many people. It don't look like it.
You know, and some people may find that ironic or crazy, if you will, that individuals are planning to have a violent riot right there in church, but actually they're in prison. A lot of violent incidents occur right in the church house because individuals can meet up there. They can't deny you religious access to whatever. So when you otherwise may not be able to come out of your cell for whatever reason, if you're saying that you're going to church, they're going to let you out of your cell. They essentially have no choice but to let a certain amount out. So individuals oftentimes meet up in these churches. You don't really see too much happening in a mosque, but inside of a church, these individuals are not being Christian-like at all. They're not going there to praise God. They're going there sometimes to pass illicit stuff amongst one another, or to plan out some sort of attack, or to carry out an attack right there in church, as Percy is alluding to. They planned on having a riot right there in church, and everyone showed up for it and said, let's do it. Nevertheless, the police caught on because someone doesn't want to be involved in this riot, more than one person. Someone doesn't want this to transpire. They don't want to get hurt. They don't want to have to hurt anyone. They don't want to have to get extra time in prison, etc. So they alerted the authorities, is what happened more than likely. They said, man, it's about to be a riot in here. Come in here and break this up before it even gets started. I don't want no parts of this, but I'm going to show up to make it seem like I'm ready to get it in. I'm ready to be a part of this nonsense. But the whole time, I have no plans on being a part of this. Please get in here and break this thing up before it even gets started. And they did.
It's gonna go down in church. And they ran that motherfucker riot. I said, God dang. They made sure that one didn't happen. But to make a long story, why did I bring that story up? Because through that time, me and that white boy that orchestrated this riot, we had to go to every goddamn cell block to let the racists know that there's nothing. They put us on lockdown. After 14 days eating peanut butter sandwiches and burritos, somebody got to tell what's going on. And my name came up, Demerson. The laws want to know, how did everybody know to go down there to the church for the riot? Well, for the blacks, it was Percy, and for the whites, it was Troy. So let me get Troy and Percy together, let them walk around the unit and tell these people before I let this unit off a lockdown that everything is cool. I'm not finna go in, but we had to. That's cool. That's chapter 1. Chapter 2, keep going. I got ended up going to a place called F4D. You're not gonna believe inside this unit, which is a how can I say it? A private owned facility. I put it like that. It's privately owned through the TDC system. It's a private owned facility. What they mean, they hire who they want. No, nigga, you can't fill out an application that you can get off the premises. If you can read so good, why you read that sign before you can't even fill out the application? No black applications. It's nothing but white people work here. The only black lady worked there, her name was Miss Cotton, and she worked in the cotton for the goddamn laundry. With the cotton. That was called, yeah, she worked in the cotton thing. But this unit has a place there called F4D. And what is F4D? It's a pen inside of a pen. It look like a hall pen with hall wall everywhere in this motherfucker. And you can't see in, you can't see out. It's their punishment for people that's out of control. Well, we're gonna send Demerson down there because he's out of control. A riot in the church, a riot in the goddamn schoolhouse. We're fighting everybody. These numbers are adding up on through the block to where they point, just send him down to F4D. The laws came up with a plot to get me out the way, and what they did, they said I threatened another officer, which I never did, just to lock me up. Well, let's rock out then. I'm back here in lockup one day, and heard a nigga say, man, who was that just came back? He say, that's P-Dog. I heard a dude down here, he said, oh, that's that old crab-ass nigga that be whooping all them white boys. Crab-ass nigga, who is that? Oh my God, that's worse than the white boys fucking with me. He said, crab. He said, yeah, you don't want to be fighting. He said, man, my homeboy said, man, don't pay him no attention, man. Nigga that's trying to start some shit. But no, he finna start some shit. Nigga, who you talking to, bitch? On slob ass nigga. He said, oh yeah, old crab ass nigga. Whenever I get out here, I'm gonna get at your bitch ass. I said, same here, old slob ass nigga. We woo the woo. And the law sitting there at the gate, just watching us that night. He couldn't wait that morning. He made his announcement. He said, yo, come here. The second shift, the 6 o'clock shift came. He said, hey, old Demerson and old Blood Burns been getting into it all night. They been crabbing and blooding and slobbing each other all night. God damn. And the other two go out creasing in golf. They heard it. Now, golf was pretty cool with me, but creasing couldn't stand me as a black man. This when I knew that this unit was what it was. I was sitting in my cell one day and golf came back. He said, Demerson, you want to get from back here today? I said, hell yeah. Y'all got me back. I've been back here 30 days. I ain't did nothing. I'm trying to find out why I'm even back here in lockup. You know, he said, well, I'm going to work on getting you out of here today. You want to go to L4D? I said, yeah, I'd go ahead, man. Please, anything. Just get me out this motherfucking hole. Y'all got me sitting down here in a hole for nothing, nigga. I can't see nothing. It's dark back here. Every time, only light I get is under the crack of the goddamn door. Yeah, what y'all got me back here living on? I done been in these situations, Sean. Where they just slide the razor blade and just tell you to kill yourself, nigga, because you know, it's so dark back here that it ain't nothing else to do. I'm back here in a hole, barely can't move around, can't stretch my legs, and that I've been here 30 days, man. You hear me? Yeah, I want out of her hell. Shit, arguing with a nigga down the hall I can't see. You understand me? Just to keep myself sane, somebody to talk to and something to do. Fuck it. Cuss this bitch ass nigga out today. Beat on the door, kick on the door or something. But the same game was ran through him. He was asked the same question down by another officer. Did he want to get out and go to the same block? So they told me, yeah. He said, now, Demerson, I'm going to let you out. Don't you curl on me. Don't you curl. When you go in front of, we got to go in front of committee. And committee going to talk to committee and they decide, hey, you get to go down here and do 30 days. We're going to let you out in 30 days. But you get in trouble in 30 days, you want to stay down there. Well, that's cool. I want out. I can go do 30 days. I can do 60 down there. Fuck it. Just get me out that hole. God damn it. Shit, I can't breathe. I'm claustrophobic, my nigga. Y'all killing me back there. But anyway, make a long story short, they took both of us down there. And when I got down there, the first dude I walked up, I was trying to catch a glimpse of him to see what I had, what I was up against.
Yeah, that hole ain't no joke, man. And sometimes they will throw you back there for investigations and all of this nonsense. I did 38 months in the SHU program, the security housing unit, and many, many trips to the hole. And it was always diabolical. I always wanted out of that situation. It's very melancholy, very gloomy. It's miserable. And I understand OG Percy's angst and wanting to get out of there as soon as possible. So, okay, but now I guess we get into it. This is a 6'7" blood, apparently, that they yelled out on the tier. I haven't got this far, but I'm assuming that's what it is. This is the OG blood that yelled out on the tier and disrespect Percy. Oh man, you the whoop-de-whoop that's fighting all the white dudes. I'm gonna holler at you. And OG Percy disrespected his hood back, disrespected the Bloods, and said, okay, we gonna see each other. So now apparently they're letting them both out of the hole at the same time. Oh, this must be the 6'7" blood that Percy's about to encounter. Oh.
I want to see my competition. Couldn't see her. Man, motherfucker big in the motherfucker. He sound like a slave coming down that goddamn. I said, God damn, I'm trying to peek out that door to see who it is, son. I can't get, he went by so fast. I was like, damn, fuck. That motherfucker like, he sound big going through that motherfucker. Yeah, nigga, bring your motherfucking Arizona back up. Yeah, I'm coming. But they moved him first and moved me an hour later. But I got down and he got in the bed, went on. I walked in the block and I said, say, man, where that dude named Michael Bird is? Shout out to Michael Bird. Then we get the little town together in a minute. I can't even remember. Denton, Texas. There you go. Denton. Down there in Denton. I ain't gonna forget no state, no places. Then shout out to Michael Bird in Denton, Texas. Blood, one love, blood, one love, blood. But it was Michael Bird. I said, where that blood nigga? They just brung in her nigga from me. He said, no, I'm Muslim brother around. He said, my brother, don't do this. Don't do this, my brother. Come on, my brother. I got it. I told my head up waiting on this nigga. My brother, he said, my brother, you don't do this. Don't let the white man have y'all brothers going against each other, my brother. I said, let me get your motherfucking ass out my way. Where is he at? He said, he over there. I said, hey. I said, get up, blood. He said, what's up? He said, hey, man, what you knocking on my? I said, yeah. I said, you remember that nigga you was talking to back there in the locker? I said, bitch, that's me, ho. He said, oh, okay, you want to fight? And you can't tell? I just gave you the invitation, ho. You get what I'm saying? 2 to the face off the rip. Get up, let's get it. That motherfucker stood up. I knew I had some competition. I said, where y'all fighting? He said, we're gonna fight back there. Y'all go back there and fight back there. I'll run back there to fight him. When I seen him stand up and he was standing over the bunks, I said, that bitch taller than a motherfucker. I hit him when he was in the bed. I didn't hit him when he was standing up. When he stood up, son, he was so tight, he was taller than the bunks. I said, gee, I got nervous, but it was taking him too long to get to the fight. So I ran back through it. I said, you ain't ready yet? He said, I'm putting my shoes on. Well, fuck that. When he went down, I cheated a little bit. Look, he went to go put his shoes down there, and I rushed him again in between the bunk. And I went to squabbling with him. To make a long story short, Bubba Chris say, Percy, where you going? I said, I'm going to FOD. He said, man, do me a favor. I said, well, it's a nigga down there named Antoine that got me locked up back here in locked up, man, because he snitched on me, but they put him on FOD. He said, can you whoop that nigga for me? I said, on CRIP, I got him. Now, I don't even know who I'm talking about, but I'm going to tell you something, son. This ain't the new way shit that they do now. When you say on CRIP, that mean on CRIP. One thing they ain't never did in my history of being in the game was blow the set up. If I say that's what I'm going to do, I've never, ever not carried out nothing that I put. That shit they do now, they put it on God now. Oh, God damn, dude. They put it on their mama, cuz y'all just blow up everybody now. Your mama, God. Oh, man, it's not even worth saying no more. But back then, shit, you better never say it if you didn't do it. I came up in an era when it meant something. Today it's watered down. It's all fucked up now. God ain't nobody. They kill their mama. They put their mama on it, their daddy on it, Jesus on it, God on it, my kids on it, my dead homie. God damn. And be lying, they ain't gonna do a bitch ass thing. But me, I'm gonna carry out orders. I told my cousin on CRIP, I got him. When I went in there and I whooped the nigga Michael Bird, I asked, who was Antonio? Everybody said, that nigga right there. He was still asleep. I stuck him. I cheated again. He had the little thing over his head where, you know how the nigga had like some over their eyes, don't want the light to come in. I said, hey man. As soon as he raised up, I put him right back to sleep. He didn't even know who got him. And then, but I fucked up, son, guess what? The nigga went into a seizure. I said, ain't this a bitch? The nigga started flopping like a goddamn fish in between the bed, sprouting his tongue. I said, oh shit, I done killed this motherfucker. I'm finna go to jail. Within 5 minutes, all the laws rushed in. That's when I knew I got played like a dog. Right at the very end. He said, because I was already told if I go down and get into any fights and cause any more trouble, I can have extra 30 days added to my time. Well, I ain't even been this motherfucker 30 minutes. And here it is, I already had 2 goddamn fights. Goddamn, with blacks. We standing at them up, and so goddamn it, bam. Making a long story short, the law said, Demerson, you okay? I said, I'm all right. I fucked up with I had blood, specks on me. You know, when you hit somebody and blood shoot out of them, you don't get the blood stain, but you get the specks off of them. I was popping that nigga so pretty. Beam, beam, beam. I was rocking that nigga. Shit, blood was split. The little specks was on. I didn't know the laws look for shit like that either. I was dumb back then. Yeah. He said, Demerson, I know you've been fighting. And go change your shirt. There we go. He said, then I heard the other white boy, I heard the brother nigga down and tell the other law, snitched on me as soon as he walked. He said, look what he did to me. Look what he did to me. He told Creasing that. This one I heard it all. He said, I heard the white girl say, get the fuck out of my face, nigga. You just cost me $20. You didn't fight back. So you mean y'all was watching us? Yeah, we watching y'all through the goddamn. We already knew what the fuck was gonna happen. They betted. They betted. He told me, get the fuck out of my face. You just cost me $20.
Wow. Yeah. Yes, they bet. And that's the kind of stuff that the officers do there in prison. They had bet on it. So I didn't hear the dude say that he was 6'7", but that's what the title says. OG Percy reveals what happened when a 6'7" blood pressed him in prison for no reason. That's what the title says right there. That you see it. OG Percy reveals what happened when a 6'7" blood pressed him in prison for no reason. So I guess at some point, he said that the dude was 6'7". He had a couple of hours interview there. That's just a clip of it. But okay, let me know what you think in the comments. OG Percy, he's a good storyteller, and he tells a vivid story. And as we can see, he was getting into it with many different individuals there. Went to the hole and was stuck in there for some time. And these sort of situations lead one to get out and never want to return to prison. that's the aspiration anyway, after going through something like this, sit in that hole for 30 days for really nothing. You haven't done anything. It is dark. It is gloomy. It is miserable. You're hungry in there. You don't have proper clothing, proper water, anything. You want out of that situation. And then when you finally get out, hopefully, you say, I don't want to go back to a situation like this. These sort of stories bring me memories about some of the things that I went through in there. Of course, I've done over 30 years of incarceration, as many of you know, unfortunately, in the California penal system. And it was all horrific. Every day of it, every minute, every hour, it was all bad. And so I understand, I can relate to O.G. Percy and some of the things that he went through there in prison. But dude, 6'7". I mean, he's that big. He's just scared to fight. He laying down. He was talking. It sounds like he pressed O.G. Percy first. Just came out of the door, and this CRIP and said, "You the one that's beating up on all the whites. I'm gonna whoop on you. I got you." He came at him, and then O.G. Percy responded, and they, as prison as it were, they have a chance to meet up because this is how it is. It's a small world. Not long after they hit the door, so now y'all end up in the same dorm. That's how it works. You in there laying down, you slipping, you're not even thinking about the dude that you just threatened, disrespecting and all that. He's in the dorm with you. You don't even realize this. You're not tripping. You in the bunk laying down. You're lucky he didn't come over there and stab you. This is why you have to be careful. He in there slipping. He just punched on him, but then dude jump up, and he's, I don't know. It sounded like he didn't really want to fight. A big old dude who started all this stuff with Percy. And then when the time came, he didn't want any parts of it. What is going on? I can't respect that sort of stuff, man. But this is the kind of stuff that individuals do. They're in prison. All you have to do is stand up. Don't go looking for problems. Don't go looking for violence whatsoever. Nevertheless, if someone brings violence towards you, you have to protect yourself. All you have to do is stand up and show individuals that you're not going to sit here and allow yourself to be victimized. And once you display this, you won't have to display it anymore. Once you exhibit a fighter spirit that you are willing to defend yourself by any means necessary should someone try to play with you, then everyone else is going to back up off of you as they should. So just go in there. If you have to be in there, stay strong, mind your own business, and then come home. Shout out to O.G. Percy. Shout out to Say Cheese TV. That's who that is. That's who that is right there. Say Cheese TV. I'm glad you're home, brother, and stay out, stay free. I'm sure he's been home way much longer than me. Today makes 4 years, though, that I've been home. Today makes 4 years. Stay safe and stay free, people.